Hi, Cancer Walk family. It's wonderful to see you again. I'm Karen, the founder of Cancer Walk, and today I want to talk to you about my conviction for getting a second opinion. In my case, because I chose to get a second opinion, and I went to Sloan Kettering, um, the and I went ahead and had my treatment there. I was overwhelmed by the quality of and compassion and just the added knowledge that I can tell and the confidence. So I chose them, and as it ended up being, I'm very grateful that I chose them because I came to learn later that the outcome would have been entirely different had I stayed here local because my cancer is of the tongue. And I realized that they actually would have taken a decent portion of my tongue, whereas with Sloan Kettering, my outstanding surgeon specializes only in the throat and neck and is very well versed. And she was able to go into the tongue, cut it open, and took out every bit of cancer that was in there, closed it back up, took out some of the lymph nodes along the side of my neck, and in waiting for the biopsy, when it came back, I every single margin was clear, and so I did not even have to have any radiation or chemo with mine. And had I had it done here locally and would have lost part of my tongue, I'm sure that Cancer Walk would not exist because I would not have had the confidence in not being able to speak as I do. And so I found it life changing. But, the important thing, and I was doing some research this morning on it, is a second opinion can really be the most valuable step that you can take in your cancer treatment. And it doesn't mean you're saying that your doctor is wrong or could be wrong. It's just simply saying that cancer is very complex and it has more than one path forward. Um, what a second opinion will do is it's going to confirm the diagnosis, it's going to confirm the type of it, the stage, and even the subtype of it. And sometimes getting the subtype, it can cause the treatment to be entirely different than what it would have been. And a second review, especially of the pathology, it's going to confirm the diagnosis, and occasionally it will change what it comes up with, and you'll end up with an entirely different treatment. Another thing that's important is um, there may be alternatives available to having chemo and or radiation approaches, and they may choose a second opinion may choose to go non-surgical um, as opposed to surgical. They're often trying to be as least invasive as possible. And there may be clinical trials that are available that a second opinion can make available to you that weren't known. And I really encourage getting a second opinion from one of the top cancer hospitals in the country. As I mentioned, mine was Sloan Kettering, but there's MD Anderson in Houston and the Mayo Clinic, who's up in Minnesota. All of them are absolutely, they've got newer therapies and they've got highly, highly specialized teams that will be available to you. and um, sometimes they choose just to wait and watch it out and not immediately act upon something. And, maybe you'll get different sequencing treatments. Um, and I have learned also that a top cancer hospital will work locally with your oncology team. And so maybe you have your opinion given and your treatment protocol set at a top hospital, and they're going to be the team lead, but they'll help direct your local team. So it's not like you have to be somewhere outside of your home for any extended period. They absolutely will work with you. And, if it comes back that they give you the exact opinion that your local oncology department gave you, then nothing is lost. You absolutely have 100% confidence going forward with it. And as far as insurance, insurance companies, um, m- most encourage you to get second and sometimes even third opinions because they may be able to, a second opinion can perhaps change the treatment, which will treat the outcome and perhaps ultimately give you a greater value in life with less treatment, which ultimately costs them less money. So I encourage you to check with your insurance company right away when you have a diagnosis, or if you're at a point where you're frustrated with things and would like to get a second opinion. Call your insurance company, confirm that they cover it. Anything that you need to be aware of, but please, your life is valuable. Please be proactive and please consider getting a second opinion. We care about you.